Hello everyone and welcome back to Mystic Medicine. My name is Nina and today I have another pick a card reading for you, all about this shift in season. So in the northern hemisphere where I live, it is winter, so we're going to be tuning into what this new winter season, what shift is happening in the environment and nature around us, how this is affecting our lives, our energy, our inner world. So if that sounds good to you, let's dive in. We have 3 options for you today. So you will pick a snowflake. We have option number 1 on the left, option number 2 in the center, and option number 3 on the right. So take as much time as you need to determine which pile, which snowflake is calling to you, what resonates with you the most, and I will leave timestamps down below. I'll catch you in your reading, guys. Hello, if you picked pile number 1 or option number 1 or the first snowflake, welcome to your reading about what this winter season is shifting or bringing into your life. So I pulled from 2 decks. We have the tarot, and then I pulled some oracle cards for the energies that are here to support you and surround you. And I think I'm going to start with the oracle cards first because they're really just pulling at my attention right now. So you have the High Priestess, harness mystic powers, or power, sorry. We have the Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. And we have Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. So I'm getting a huge theme right now that your emotions are going to play a very important role in this winter season, in this shift in nature and within yourself. So the Trader, it says exchange energy to create abundance. So I feel like abundance wishes to enter and flood your life. I feel like this is not only just materialistic or financial abundance, but this man has his hand over his heart. So I'm feeling it's also like emotional abundance, emotional fulfillment. I'm really getting this sense that of needing to clear out, clearing out emotional heaviness, heartache, sadness, grief. The winter season, one of its beautiful medicines that it brings us and teaches us is what is sown into the earth right now will spring forward in the next coming season, which is spring. So right now is the time to really evaluate and take inventory of our inner world. And for you, your emotional body, your emotional world, you have intense power around you right now. You guys are very psychic, very in tune. There's a lot with the head and your intellectual body and your emotional body. I feel like you are turning away from the past and you're heading towards a future where there is more abundance in your life, more fulfillment, more flow, more ease, more reciprocity, where things are unfolding as if by beautiful cosmic design, really. But I'm seeing you have to harness this knowledge. I feel like you guys are very intuitive, very psychic, very powerful, very intelligent. I feel like now's the time for you guys to tap into the magic that you know on an intellectual level, on a level of paper. I feel like if you could write down everything you know spiritually about herbs or esoteric knowledge or spell work or your tools or just what you can intuit and know, I feel like you guys have a lot of that, and now's the time to create like a ritual for yourself. Implement it into your day-to-day life, specifically when it comes to healing and cleansing your emotional body, maybe your mental body as well, because how we think about something influences how we feel and how we act. So most of the time it starts in the mind, so there's like a cleansing of the mind, I feel like, is very important for you guys. So yeah, you guys have beautiful energy surrounding you in this new season that is that is here, that is upon us. So the huge psychic energy, very magical, very mystical, very in tune with higher realms, with divination, abundance, love, fulfillment, right? Healing is around you, emotional healing, spiritual healing, and financial healing surrounds you, and these energies are here to support you. So now that that message came through, very important message, let's look at your tarot cards. So you have the King of Swords, the Six of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. Before I get into that, sorry, this Trader card still wants to, has more messages for you. So I feel as though a message coming through for you is to take this winter time to like hone your craft and your creativity. I feel like whatever brings you joy and love and fills your heart with fullness and gratitude, like whatever it is that you turn to, that you're grateful, like I'm grateful that I have this outlet, I'm grateful for this idea, it fills me with lightness, it fills me with creativity, and it makes me feel like there are endless possibilities and open doors. I feel like to go towards this. There's also like a bit of like take time to rest, make sure you're sleeping well, make sure that you're trying to get as much sunlight as you can get. This pillow just kind of reminds me of like the light spectrum ray. For some reason, like I see a rainbow and it makes me think of like the sun and light. So make sure that you are tending to yourself, I feel like is very important. Sleeping, resting, eating. Some of you may get like this burst of like inspiration or energy, and I feel like a message here is just to go for it but remain balanced. I feel like you guys can have a tendency to kind of get like very like fired up and like psyched and stoked about something, and you like just go for it with full force and you forget to tend to yourself. So here's a message to just tend to yourself on a physical level, on an emotional level, but very much like the physical as well. Make sure you're sleeping, keeping up with your hygiene, showering, resting, and just honoring your heart, honoring your emotions. And yeah, very beautiful, very, very beautiful. And to not be afraid to explore, to create, to dive into something new, to make mistakes, I feel like is another message coming through. I feel like you guys may be perfectionists, if that's to say, like you're afraid to put pen to paper, to create something, for fear of it like, oh, this isn't good enough, what a waste, and like it's kind of like lack mentality a bit I feel around you guys. So I feel like spirit is telling you to like feel abundant and overflow. I feel like also decluttering and clearing. Sorry, a lot of messages are coming through. Some of you need to like cleanse your house, clear your house out, declutter, unclutter. I feel like so much wants to pour into your life, and a message here is to make sure that there is room. Make sure there is room in your house for new objects. Make sure there is room in your heart for new love. Make sure there is room in your mind for positive thinking, positive visualization, positive ideas, inspiration. Make sure there is room in your spirit to be filled with joy and passion and like a love of life. There's a lot about compassion and love of life and clearing and letting go. I feel like right now is a very powerful time for you to completely shift directions and go towards something greater. Go towards something greater than you ever thought you could imagine, towards greater balance, greater peace, greater clarity, greater beauty and love within yourself and the world around you. And that you guys are very skilled and talented and do not fear of making mistakes. Just try. The more you try, the more you learn, the more you perfect, right? And not to be so hard on yourselves. I feel like there's like a sweetness and tenderness to you guys, but there's also like a very stoic, very serious nature as well, and to just have more fun, be more gentle with yourself, make room for exploration, creative expression, and play and make room, make space. Let go of heaviness in your heart, heaviness in your mind, heaviness in your spirit, anything that's weighing you down. Some of you guys need to get this out of your body through your creative expression, and it's very healing for you, and that will help lighten things up. Get things out of your mind, get things off of your chest, right? Through your creative avenue, whatever that is for you, because you all are different and unique. So take that, and put it towards your life and how it makes the most sense. Okay, my heart is feeling very full right now, so I like it. I feel like you guys are going to enter a time and chapter in your life where you are going to be overflowing and flooding and with love, with abundance, with joy, just like embracing life fully and wholeheartedly. And it's just gonna radiate out of you. I feel like you guys are gonna be very magnetic and very just someone good to be around. Like I feel like the sun energy for some reason, also with the 6 of Wands card, it gives me like Leo vibes, like the sun and strength. I feel like you guys are gonna be that warmth that so many people crave, right? In the winter time, it's cold and it's dark, and I feel like you guys are gonna be that source of light, of warmth, of comfort, for people to seek refuge in and to celebrate. And you guys are gonna be in a very different place, I feel, during this winter time. It may be a shift in transition until we get to like Aries season with this flame here, till we start the new cycle, right? In spring, the cosmic wheel will start again with Aries season. I feel like you guys by the spring are gonna be in a completely different place, and it's gonna be very fulfilling for you guys on all the levels. All right, so now we'll get into your tarot cards. So this 6 of Wands card is really capturing my attention. I feel like the 6 of Wands, there's going to be some sort of completion, where you're going to be seen for all that you've accomplished, for all of the work that you've put forward, for how you're showing up. I feel like there is going to be joy and connection. Maybe you guys are like completing like a karmic cycle of some sort. This could be with like your career, with your finances, with your relationships. It's what's coming through. I feel like more new people will be coming into your life, more supportive energy, more people seeing you shine. Like, I feel like it's your time to shine, and it's like, it's not always our time to shine, you know, but when it is your time to shine, like, freaking do it big, you know, take up space, be authentic, be real, be, you know, fully in it. And I feel like that's what's coming for you guys. Like, it's finally going to be your time to shine and to be seen and to be celebrated, and there's going to be success and recognition and like empowerment and liberation. I feel like you're going to be in a place where you're free. It feels very freeing and exciting and exhilarating. This may be something that you've waited a long time for, or it took you a long time to figure it out, maybe with the King of Swords here. A lot of mentally going back and forth, a lot of mental strain and energy. I feel like trying to figure it out, being in your head about it. And I feel like you're going to have that breakthrough, have that success, have that recognition, find your people, find the connections, finally complete and leave something behind, close a chapter, head towards something new and bright that fills you with excitement and passion and like a sense of like I'm undefeatable, like I'm you know, like you're free from harm. I feel like you guys are going to be very protected. Yeah, gorgeous energy. You guys are going to feel like a badass. You're going to show up feeling good, looking good, and just being a star. I feel like you're going to show up just shining in your life. And it may be something that you've never experienced before, but just embrace it and just stay centered in your heart, I feel like, and know that you're worthy of it. And with the Nine of Pentacles, it feels like, oh yeah, there's that abundance that's coming through, and it's just flowing, like overflowing, like I was saying before. I feel like, yeah, with your, whatever it is on a physical level, yeah, by spring, by summer, I feel like the seeds that you plant now are going to just be fruitful and plentiful. And you're gonna feel like, I know this is the Nine of Pentacles, but I'm also feeling like the Ten of Cups should be here too. I feel like you're gonna be solid on a personal level, like an individual level. I don't know why I keep thinking of Aries for some reason. So I feel like this is a lot about the self, a lot about yourself as it pertains to relationships. This could be you know, ending something and then healing and doing this inner work and using the magic that you know with herbs. Maybe you guys are doing like spell work or ritual or deep healing and cleansing work when it comes to bringing in, you know, your dream job or your dream relationship, or deep healing, letting go, or, you know, recognition, fame, fortune, family, like that sort of stuff. It's gonna be coming through. But I feel like right now is such a critical and important time in if you are searching for love or longing for love with the Knight of Cups, like, this is like, I mean, there's a guy holding roses, right, at a beautiful picnic, it looks like, on the beach, with a white horse in the background. So it's like, if you're a girl waiting, or you are interested in men, you know, there's your knight in shining armor, you know. He's more hip and modern in this one, but here comes your knight, who's going to be emotionally available for you, who's gonna bring the romance, who's gonna bring, you know, his heart. And I see that for you, if that's something that you're trying to manifest or that you're longing for in your life. I see it manifesting, probably by spring or summer, but now's the time to sow the seeds and do the work, to have this come to fruition, right? Like I said in the beginning, winter is the time to sow the seeds and lay them deep in the earth. But when you have to descend down into the earth, and it can be dark, and you have to face that darkness within, that shadow, that scary place that you're like, oh, let's just avoid that. But it's like, no, that's the place you need to go to heal, to get through it, to move through it, through and out of it, so that you can reap the rewards of that hard work and effort that you've put out. And with the King of Swords, I feel like this is your present energy. And it really looks like you've been like looking at the past. I feel like he's looking in the direction of the past. He's being contemplative. He's thinking, he's evaluating, you know, like, especially we're going into a new year. It's like checking out, you know, like, how has this year been for me? What have I learned? What have I gone through? What have I endured? Because he's at the top of a mountain. It's not the highest mountain that he could climb, but it's one that he's on top of currently. I feel like right now is a time for you to look back one last time. And with all these swords, it's like you are gonna free yourself, or you're doing this, or you're planning on doing this. It's like looking back, and I feel like making peace with the past, extracting the wisdom, extracting, you know, you guys could have been in like a hermit energy. I kind of get that from the bat, like being in your cave and, you know, kind of gaining your wisdom, gaining more insight, gaining clarity, cleansing, I really feel like is a big one. And it's so funny because this bat is out during the day, and I feel like you're ready to come out of your cave and like just go towards brighter days. Like, you're tired of being in the dark. Maybe you're someone who's been through that dark night of the soul, or been in that dark, dense energy, like mentally. And I feel like you're freeing yourself. Like, there's these cords, they're just like blowing in the wind, and these feathers around his wrist, I'm feeling like it just feels very cleansing, like doing a smudging ceremony for yourself. I feel like you are gonna make peace with the past, or this is something that you should do if you've been contemplating it, you know, having like a ceremony to honor the past but put it to rest. With the crow, I just feel like just end end it. I don't know why it gives me like Scorpio vibe, Scorpio energy, just like putting something to death, to rest, you know, taking a moment and honoring it, gaining the wisdom, gaining the clarity, knowing the healing that it brought forward in your life, honoring that cycle, but ending it, closing it out, choosing to shift, to transmute and alchemize yourself in that energy and head towards something brighter. Be more flexible with your mind, driving your thoughts towards where you currently are and the possibilities that the future has to offer, and just look ahead. No more lowering yourself down, no more sinking in. I feel like a change of wind, the winds of change, right? I just see in this imagery, like the winds kind of going, it's like cleansing, but you're looking away when you should be facing towards the change, if that makes sense. So I'm feeling that you guys, it just takes a mental shift in perspective, and in choosing that for yourself. And I feel like all this beauty and abundance and love and freedom and liberation is waiting for you. All right, my pile number ones. Now's the time to just tap into your magical selves. Your magical side. You guys have so much wisdom, and use the magic that you know and that I feel like surrounds you. I feel like you have a lot of tools or sacred medicines or relics or information around you, and to utilize it for your growth, for your healing, for this shift. And you guys are brilliant. You guys are amazing, talented. Honor yourself, honor your heart, honor your emotions, pay tribute to the past, move forward, because so many beautiful things are waiting for you to arrive. And I'm excited for you, pile number one. I wish you all the best on your journey, and wish you a just a good and insightful and healing winter solstice. May you plant all the seeds that your heart and your spirit desire, and may they come to full fruition. And happy healing, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. See ya. Hello, my beautiful pile number twos. Those of you who selected pile 2 or the second snowflake, welcome to your reading about what this winter brings, what shifts and changes in the season, how they're influencing your life and your energy. And we'll also be looking at what energies are here to support you during this time and surround you. So I think we're going to start with the oracle cards. So these are telling the energies that are around you for support at this time. So you have very, very powerful cards here. You have the Lord with take charge with authority. You have Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. And you have the Earth Guardian for stay rooted and grounded. And the Medicine Mother is pulling me in right now with her magical self, her magical eyes. Honor your inner knowing. So you guys have a mass amount of intuition and power around you right now. You guys are, it will suit you and serve you to be in your more masculine energy, your more having and honing the authority you have within you. I feel like you guys have a fierceness within yourself at this time, and it's very important for you guys to stay rooted and grounded in your body and in the direction that you wish your life to head in. I feel like right now there's like a pinnacle moment that surrounds you when it comes to, especially with, we'll get into your tarot cards, but you do have the Queen of Swords. But when it comes to the direction that your life is taking right now, you need to listen to your intuition. Your intuition, your inner guidance, your inner knowing, right? Your inner voice, that which speaks to you in a subtle, sometimes for you maybe not so subtle. I feel like you guys have a very strong intuition that will make itself known, and I feel it very much in like my third eye center. This is very much like higher mind initiative that's gonna serve you during this time right now. Just stay rooted and grounded to, you know, where your third eye is directing you, what thoughts you're thinking, what energies come and flow into your mind, being very mindful of your thoughts. I feel like you guys have a lot of manifestation power surrounding you right now, especially when it comes to visualization and using your mind's eye to believe things into existence, imagine things into existence, visualizing things into existence. But there's a lot of like this very powerful, very masculine energy. I'm feeling like Saturn-like energy. I don't know if you guys will be experiencing a Saturn return with this coming new year that we're about to embark on. But there's very much this need for you to trust your inner guidance, your inner knowing, trust your intuitive feel when you're around people, when it comes to making important decisions in your life. When it comes to your life in general, I feel like your intuition will never lead you astray. And there's great strength in that surrounding you. There's great strength and beauty and power around you. I'm also hearing like the eyes are the windows to the soul. So if you are ever looking into someone's eyes and you just get a feeling, I feel like trust it. For some of you, I feel like, I don't want to scare anybody. That's never my intention, but I feel like there may be people around you or people you will be encountering that do not have your best interest in mind, and to be aware of how you feel, the vibe you get, what your gut tells you, you know. Is your third eye like on fire like mine is right now, where it's like, this person is not okay, remove yourself from this situation, you know, don't talk to them. Yeah, there's some like dark energy here, so just be aware of that. I'm not saying anything bad is going to happen to you, but I'm saying that there may be energies surrounding you that do not seek, you know, the goodness for you in your life, and to, you know, have that authority within you to say, I can't see you anymore. I need to end this relationship. I need to end whatever situation, person, place, or thing, you know, business relationship, whatever it is, friendship, even family, you know, that you need to cut out of your life or remove yourself from, or just bring the awareness. I feel like seeing people for who and what they really are, and have that authority within yourself, that strength within yourself to be rooted and grounded in that, and know like, I need to honor myself, I need to honor my energy, I need to honor my inner knowing and my intuition, and I have that authority and that power to make these decisions and to set boundaries in my life, or to not talk to someone anymore I feel like you guys are going to be stepping into more feeling strengthened and feeling powerful within yourself, within your energy, within your body, within your spirit. Very beautiful, like a fierceness about you, where you are strong in mind and strong in heart, and nothing will defeat you. You will not let anything stop you from, living the life that you want to live, or feeling the way you want to feel, or creating, whatever it is that you wish to create. But I'm seeing like a more powerful and structured and strong and rooted and grounded sense of self, sense of power, sense of intuition and trust within yourself, trust within your abilities, trust within your inner knowing, and looking at yourself as someone who is in power and in command of their life, rather than having someone command and tell you what to do with your life. So it feels very liberating, very powerful. Yeah, gosh, guys, you guys are badass. All right, let us get into your tarot cards now. So you have 4. We have the Queen of Swords, the King of Wands, Temperance, and the Ace of Cups. And I love this energy. It's so funny because group 1 had the King of Swords to start their reading, and it felt more of past energy. But I see you guys in the Queen of Swords energy, and you are facing your future. I feel like this is your present energy right now, that you are maybe reflecting back on this past year and your life, and I feel like you are looking towards the future and what direction you want to go, what you want to create, what heights you want to reach, what you want to soar and experience. And gosh, I feel like this is interesting. I feel like there's like a caging of the emotional body for some reason. There's like a caging of the emotion where you're like, I can't think about how I feel right now. I feel like you are exiting the heart and entering the mind, and you are in this logical place, this place of, I can't think about emotions right now. I need to think with a clear head. And I feel like right now you may be guarding your emotions. You may be protecting them for the moment while you focus on finding a path, finding a direction, finding your way. Where do we go from here? What do I embark on next? Where are we heading? Where are we going? Where are we currently? But yeah, for some reason there's like a blocking of the emotions. Maybe you, with all this energy of like authority and telling people no and setting boundaries, that you have this feeling of guardedness. But towards the end of the reading, it gets better. So I feel I'm not laughing at you. I'm just like giddy because of the transformation that I see in the cards that are laying out. So I feel like you guys are in this very logical place right now, guarding your emotions, or like, I don't have time for this right now, I need to keep it safe, or it feels like prison and I can't decide if it's a prison or if it's like keeping it safe. But you have your heart locked up, or your emotions locked up. And then we kind of shift into this King of Wands. So I feel like you are going to enter a more creative and passionate and strengthening time in your life. Oh, this is so interesting. Okay. So you are taking command and authority of your life. It's so interesting because on the King of Wands, on his staff, on the top of it is a flame, but it looks like a crown, and it looks like it's on fire, right? So I feel like you are really alchemizing, and using this newfound authority, this newfound strength that you have within yourself, and I feel like you're like, okay, sorry, let me get my words together. When I channel, I get tongue-tied, so okay, so sorry about that. So you have turned away from something. You're focused on your future, new direction. You are embodying more energy of authority, of trust in yourself, of being grounded and rooted in your power, in your strength, and in your knowing. What I'm seeing is that this authority figure has served its purpose. You've learned that, you've embodied it, and I feel like it's like the candle is at the bottom, right? We're done with this, and I feel this energy exuding from that crown, from that king energy, from that authority energy, and it's subtly moving from your head, from how you think of yourself, how you speak of yourself, and now it's traveling to your heart. And this is beautiful. I feel like you are ready to embark on rippling through, maybe slowly, into your heart. And I feel like not commanding your heart anymore, or imprisoning it, or keeping it safe, when you're really locking something up within you that's important. And I feel like there's going to be a change of heart, a change in direction. Something is going to shift because you realize that things around you are a bit barren, right? That part of passion involves the heart, and it's time to kind of tap into the heart. And you can handle it now because you have a new sense of identity, almost, in a sense, where you've changed your perception, where you're not a victim. You're strong. You're someone who's in charge and command of your life, of your thoughts, of your emotions. And now I see you with this Temperance card, balancing. It's interesting because on the King of Wands, he has a necklace that's a triangle, and it's over his heart. And on Temperance, there's that triangle, but it's tattooed over his chest. And I feel like you're going to be someone who is rooted and grounded in strength in your heart, where you're not, maybe for some of you, you felt like being in your heart was fragile, or your heart felt very fragile, but I see you accumulating strength and power, and now realizing that a lot of strength and power is being able to use that wisely. And how do we do that? Is being rooted and anchored in our heart. And when we're anchored and rooted in our heart, that's how we can be the best leader. When we have compassion, that's how we can lead people. If you're a king and a queen of your kingdom, you need to rule with compassion, with a heart, right? Leos have beautiful hearts, love so much, have so much love to give. And I feel like you're realizing that, oh, I can command authority over my life and set boundaries and have all this, but I can find strength in my heart, and I can work on myself mentally. I can work on myself on all these levels. I can elevate myself, I can strengthen myself, but I cannot neglect the heart and the importance of the heart and the balance that it takes. Like, people who are happy all the time, it isn't because they're ignoring their emotions or their feelings. It's like you come to peace with, sometimes life is hard and difficult. Sometimes not all emotions feel good. Sometimes not all relationships are right for us. Sometimes we can't be everybody's friend. We can't show up that way. But what you can do is cultivate your happiness, cultivate your passion from within, beyond external people, circumstances, situations. It has to come from within yourself. And I feel so much divine energy around you, especially with this Temperance card. Like, your angels are surrounding you, protecting you, and aiding you in feeling strong, and connecting with them, I feel like, is gonna help you connect with your heart in a more like structured and protected way. I feel like they're here to support you, and they want you to reach out to them. I mentioned this in pile number 1 too, but one of the medicines that winter gives us is that what is sown into the ground now will spring forth, right? In spring, it'll bloom, it'll blossom. But to do that, we have to descend down into the earth, into the, to the mud where it's dark and it's cold and there's not always this light. But one of the medicines that winter brings is that balance of dark and light. It can't be night all the time, and it can't be day all the time. And in winter now is a beautiful time and opportunity for us to go within and dive into ourselves and sit with ourselves in the dark, right? And that doesn't mean you stay in the dark forever. No, you have to cultivate that joy and happiness within you. But I'm sensing almost like a hesitancy, or you're reluctant to feel your feelings. Maybe you're someone who has not really allowed yourself to, maybe you were raised a certain way that kind of looked down on emotions and feelings, and you're very logical and intellectual and powerful people. But there's only so much that you can bury away, because when things need to be felt, they need to be healed, they need to release. Otherwise, it acts as a shackle and chain, and instead of you moving forward, it's going to be tripping you up and holding you back. And when you can make peace with the dark and find that balance between not always needing joy and the sun and happiness, but knowing that even though you can sit through these dark times, so you can sit with your darker, less, joyous emotions, that just knowing that it's not going to be this way forever, and that the sun will rise, right? Because on the winter solstice, it's it's the shortest amount of light, like the longest day with the least amount of light. And it's like you can get through it, and just knowing that you can get through it, and that within you lies the sun, that in you lies your illumination and your freedom, and that you can walk through this pass, right? Because it's can be dark. Winter's a time of ending, of things shutting down, right? A lot of the life on the planet shuts down, right? The plants go dormant, things die, or they go so still you think that things are dead, but it's really not. And it's knowing that even within this darkness, this death, that there's still like a string of life that flows through it. Even if you can't see it, it exists there, and that there's always going to be that balance, right? The pendulum's going to swing in the opposite direction, and that the light will shine through. So do not be afraid to feel whatever it is that you need to feel, or to unlock your heart, and don't be afraid of what you're going to see or find there. Because you are protective, you have so much supportive energy around you. And with the Ace of Cups, I just see like just a full-blown healing and expansion and just rebirth of the heart. Right, you may cry, you may need to cry, you may need to forgive yourself or other people, but you're gonna cultivate the power of your heart and your emotions, and you are going to find emotional fulfillment truly. But you do need to face the dark. You need to walk through those heavy, intense emotions and flush them out, let them go, shed them, honor them, release them, and make room for, your heart to be liberated. Very, very beautiful energy, you guys. Guys will be letting go of a lot of density, a lot of heaviness, and I feel like a sense of self-acceptance within yourself too. Acceptance of yourself, forgiveness of yourself, maybe forgiving of other people as well. And that doesn't mean that you need to welcome these people back into your life, but forgive for yourself so that you can bring life again. So you guys may be very serious people. All of these cards are so serious. And I feel like there's like a spark within you that wants to feel again, that wants to be free, that wants to let their hair down and just, feel and be at peace with yourself and feel powerful with yourself. And power's greatest companion is compassion, and that is what will make you truly powerful and a great leader that can make brilliant changes in the world. With Earth Guardian, I feel like you are someone who is meant to help the earth, guard it in one way or another. It'll be unique to all of you. And in order to be the proper guardian and leader and wise woman or man, medicine woman or man, be the king or king of your life, of your kingdom, of your family, you need to heal your heart of bitterness, of anxiety, of fear, of grief, of heartache, and to not settle for this feeling of numbness and of isolation and of distance and prison as a safeguard, but to be strong enough and willing enough and brave enough to venture into the pain that may reside in your heart, and to allow for healing to flow through you, into you and through you. There's a lot of green, so a lot of like that Archangel Raphael maybe is a angel for you to work with for healing. Malachite would be a good stone for you guys too. Rose quartz, amethyst, kunzite, and really just heal your heart. Allow it to move through and out of you, flow through and out of you. And there's just a great opportunity for healing and heart opening and expansion and release. And that is magical and beautiful for you guys. Okay, I think I'm repeating myself, so I'm gonna end it here, my lovely pile number 2s. I hope this reading served you. And yeah, I hope this resonated. Remember, it's a general reading, so only take what resonates and the rest just let it fly, let it slide. And happy healing, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Hello, my lovely pile number 3s. Those of you who picked this third snowflake or this third pile, welcome to your reading about what changes and shifts this winter season is going to, how it's going to affect your life and your energy. And we're also going to look at some oracle cards that show what energies are here surrounding you to support you. So I think we'll start all the piles before we've been starting with the oracle card, so we'll start there for you as well. So you have Star Ancestor, follow the voice of your soul, Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts, Broken Arrow, embrace the energy of peace, Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right, and Great Teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. And then for your tarot, you have the Fool, 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups, 8 of Swords, and 8 of Pentacles. So your reading is so interesting. There's a theme. You have double 5s and double 8s. So, gosh, where do I begin? Okay, so I guess we'll start with the 5s. There's conflict around you in multiple areas of your life. I feel like you could be in conflict with other people. I mean, this could be like power struggle or competition with like in the workplace or with family or with friends, but it feels like kind of cutthroat, like every person for themselves. I also feel like you're in conflict with yourself about something, emotionally speaking, and there's like a warp of your perception of feeling stuck, of feeling like hindered or held back, or feeling smaller than you really are, feeling like there's no escape. And there's like a sense of, I feel like, dissatisfaction with your life or what you've accomplished. But when you really look at everything, you've accomplished so much, you've gathered so much, and you've grown so much. And for some reason, I feel like you're not giving this the attention or the recognition that I feel like you really deserve. I feel like you may be looking at one thing that you may have failed or not perfected, and it's like you may be hung up on it, and it may be holding you back from going towards, you know, a new direction or a new way of experiencing life. I feel like there's a lot of abundance and opportunity and possibility for you if you just change your perception of something. I think it's really interesting that we have the Fool card here. I feel like the Fool card here is, I want to say, like an alchemizing factor in your reading. I want to say that the Fool card here is to remind you to have like a beginner's mindset, to have faith and trust. There's no need to compete or to argue. There's no need to hold on to the past. There's no need for so much sorrow and sadness in your life that you may have been experiencing. There's no need to keep yourself small and to pick at yourself for any and every little thing that maybe you didn't give your 100% at, or you weren't sure how to go forward, or that didn't work out according to your plan. But I'm really seeing that you need to embrace this energy of like, it's okay to make mistakes, and then hence the Peacekeeper card, like, let go of the need to be right. I feel like you guys can be very stubborn, and I get it. I'm not here to bash you or anything. I can be very, very stubborn as well. I know I need to hear this too. My brother tells me to, like, you're stubborn. I'm like, I know, damn it. So I'm not ridiculing you or anything. I go through the same thing. You be very stubborn and, stuck in your way, but we have the broken arrow. I love this. There's like this, the energy that surrounds you to help you navigate this time is one of peace. We have the broken arrow, embrace the energy of peace, and you have the Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. I feel like there's an opportunity here with the Fool card for you to kind of go through the world not thinking that your way is the right way, or their way is the right way, or this is the only way that it could be, right? I feel like embracing this Fool energy and this Peace card with the broken arrow, it's like breaking down these walls, breaking down like limitations. Like, you can move in any direction, embracing the energy of flexibility and adaptability. And you even have the Shapeshifter card as well, which I think is beautiful. But whatever this tense energy is, this arguing, this conflict, it's not about who's right and who's wrong. It should never be about that, like, well, this is your fault or this is their, it shouldn't be about that. It should be about how can we move forward, right? What are the next steps? How can we move forward with more harmony, with more peace, with more understanding, right? We have the great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. I feel like for you guys, you may this winter season have some moments where you have an epiphany of something, right? And I said this in the other groups too. I'll say this here because it's just like the theme of winter. But one of the medicines that winter offers us is to go within, right? And it's this 5 of Cups card, like, explains it perfectly. Like, what winter has to offer us is everything that will grow in spring was first placed there beforehand in the fall, and in the winter time it was hibernating, right? And before the plant or the seed can break through and rise above the surface of the earth and, make its way towards the sun and the light, it's in the dark. It's in the dark for months. And that's kind of what winter is. It's like an incubation time. It's this hibernating time. It's time where, we should use with intention, because what we plant now will sow in the spring, harvest in the summer and fall. So right now is the time to look towards the new year and how we want to be, what we want our lives to look like, what we want to manifest, right? And for you, I'm feeling like you may have a life where there's a lot of conflict and there's always problems, or there's people just like out to get you, or there's just this heartache or this emotional hurt, this pain, this trauma that's like has you tied up, that's messing with your mind, messing with your perception of yourself, almost like hindering you fully being in reality fully. Like there's a bit of like illusion, there's distortion here. And even when I look at this card, the Great Spiritual Teacher, I feel like either it's a general reading, take what resonates. Either you will be calling in a spiritual teacher, or you will be becoming your spiritual teacher and using this next year to go towards more peace, more understanding, more harmony, right? Because as we spiritually grow and evolved, we have a more like calming nature where we're not gonna fight and argue about stupid things. You know, it's like, why are we gonna I'm not gonna do this dance with you, right? You see the higher perspective, you see the patterns playing out, you see people's pain and their trauma playing out, and you can decide to not do that, to forfeit that game, to not play that role, and to take the higher road, right? It's not about, you know, proving someone right because of, you know, how smart you are, or how much you've studied, or you did this or that, or this person said this or that. And, you know, it's not about fighting with people about who's being right, who's being wrong. It's at the end of the day, like, how does your life look? You know, are you fulfilled? Are you happy? Are you satisfied? Is winning this argument gonna alter the direction of your life, or make you have some huge breakthrough, or help you feel in alignment with the cosmos and spiritually enlightened and evolved and fully in your heart? No, because that conflict and the arguing and the gossip and, you know, all this heaviness and the he said, she said, and this is why you're right and they're wrong, and it all does it really matter? Like, I feel like you're gonna be evolving your values, you're gonna be evolving what really matters, and I feel like you're going to be tapping into more important matters within yourself, like your soul, like your spiritual gifts. Like, do we have the star ancestor? Follow the voice of your soul. Such a powerful card. You guys are definitely star seeds for sure. You guys carry like energy that is beyond this realm, and I know like living this life on earth can be dense and heavy, and we get caught up in that, and that's all part of the learning experience, and that's all part of our soul evolution and growth. And I feel like what's surrounding you, like what is available for you to tap into, is this knowing and this knowledge that you are the soul. You're like transcending these lower vibrations, and with the shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. I feel like there is so much to you that you have yet to uncover. Sorry, phone call. There's so much depth and complexity to you that, like, if you think you know who you are, I honestly think you haven't even scratched the surface. I feel like now's the time to let go of the petty arguments and disagreements and go within yourself, right? We're being planted into Mother Earth right now. And go within yourself and just watch what comes forward from the seed. Like, if you look at a seed is just a seed. But the seed shifts its shape, it transforms into a whole different organism. It's like a living, breathing organism, right? There's something laying dormant within you. I feel that during this winter time, it's time to like tend to your soul, tend to your spirit, awaken your wisdom, your gifts, tune into that higher vibration, that higher energy, that higher resonance of thinking, of, because what did I say? I think this was in pile 1. I think it was like how you think affects how you feel. So shifting your mental perception, shifting how you think about yourself, think about a situation, think about the world around you, think about your existence and who you are and what lays within you, because you are a powerful spiritual being. You have divine essence within you. You are of the stars. You are powerful. When you recognize and realize what power you hold, these petty arguments and disagreements don't matter. They don't. And you realize that when you partake in meditation and spiritual practice and this routine and listening to your inner teacher, your inner guidance, or maybe you will find a teacher or a book or something that brings you some sort of revelation, some sort of higher understanding and perception, you will embody more compassion and peace and letting go of that resistance, of that stubbornness, of that needing to be right, needing to prove yourself. Because if you really knew who you were and the power that you held, you would not waste your breath trying to prove anybody anything, because you already have everything within yourself. You have the validation within yourself. You have, it doesn't matter what people think about you or say about you or perceive about you. It hurts, if it's people that we really love and care about. But I feel like there's an opportunity here for you to just transcend all that. And when you transform within yourself, I feel like magic outside of you will the outside reality will transform, So I feel like this full energy is really telling you to just like dive in and trust. Like, no matter, there's always going to be conflict in life. Something's always going to happen, We're gonna get hurt in life. We're gonna cry in life, Not everything is gonna be all rainbows and sunshine and a beautiful, magical, spiritual experience. Like, it's all a spiritual experience, but sometimes it's not always fun. It's, lessons can be hard sometimes. Sometimes we learn the hard way. Sometimes we take the hard route, and it's just life. But it's like embodying and knowing the true power and the true complexity of who you really are, and just being the peacekeeper. But you have to remember that peace first begins within yourself, right? Peace begins within yourself, and once you can carry and hold that frequency of peace, of understanding, of compassion, then magic happens, because you're not being that hard resistant surface for someone to keep pounding a ball against it, like water. You're just gonna the fool, she's diving into the water, she's free falling. When you free fall into this knowing, into this realization, then you let go of resistance. There can be no fighting, no arguing, because you're just not going to play that game, and you're not going to give up that energy of resistance. But I'm seeing someone being like, oh, well, I don't agree with you with that because this, and that, and you're just like, oh, okay, that's cool. You know, you believe what you want to believe, you can think how you want to think, you know. That's interesting. That's cool, you know. All right. There's no need, you don't feel the need to prove anybody anything. I feel like you guys have the capacity to be great spiritual teachers. And right now, you are embarking on the journey of becoming that. And that's very powerful. That's very powerful. I feel like a lot of people who are the greatest spiritual teachers can speak from experience because they have learned through life's hard lessons. It was the hard way. It wasn't the easy way, because through hardship, you gain insight, you gain wisdom, you gain understanding. So whatever hardship that you're going through at this time, just know that it's just to prepare you for, you know, relating to people on a deep level, being able to understand someone because you've been there and you have advice to give because you've lived through it. And that, I feel, is just the most powerful thing that you could offer someone, is just advice and stories and wisdom from you just living your life and overcoming the hardships and resistance. And yeah, you guys are good luck. Good luck, you guys. I know it can be tense out there sometimes, but you guys have all that you need. Your peace lies within you, and you guys are powerful. You guys have many gifts and talents, and I'm excited for you to tap into them and unravel them. And I think you're going to surprise yourself for what comes through during this winter season, through this incubation time. I think it would be wise for you to spend time alone and with yourself to kind of heal and let go. You may have resonated with pile number 1. Maybe you could watch that as well, if that sounds right to you, or if you feel the call to watch or listen to that. And yeah, you guys, great power lies within you, dwells within you. It's insane. You guys are powerful, and you guys are on your way to being more peaceful and wise spiritual teachers. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for allowing me to do this reading for you. I'm honored. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and your winter solstice. I hope that this winter is transformative, powerful, and magical, and I wish you the best of luck. Happy healing, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.